Hello everybody and welcome to a Colin the Boss video. I know it's been just a little while since I have done one of these, but today I have been racing at Rudskogen Motorsenter. I got my D-Class license in iRacing last week, and I'm trying to go for my C-Class in roads, so let's watch what happens. So here we are, and green. We are starting off. You can see the guy in front of me in 9th place jumps in front of 7th. The guy is to my left. That is the guy in 7th. I'm going to try to stay out of his way. Just going to stay back, keep my own line, make sure I don't get in anybody's way. So as we come down after the second corner, coming down to third corner, which is a hard brake and downshift to third. And then the fourth corner is a downshift to second. If you're watching this guy in front of me in the green, the Hyundai, is not really that good at this track. Seems like he could have done a little bit more practice. We're coming down here now. This next corner is a hard brake down to first gear. See everybody in first. And see 9th spot go really wide there. This is a downshift to second corner and back out. And then this is a full second gear, about 5,000 RPM corner. You can see how far out the Hyundai got. And look, why did he do that? That was my question when I was doing this. Why would you not just stay in a straight line down this corner? Then this is his big mistake, where he does not hit his braking point at all and just shoots wide. So that has bumped me up now to 9th place. Coming back down the long straight. Hard brake, shift down to third. See, the green guy is sliding it through that corner and goes wide again. At this point, feeling pretty confident, just trying to stay with the pack as much as possible. Also making sure I don't get in the way if somebody, like the green guy, were to catch back up to me, or one of them were to wreck and them have to try to get back to their spot. So back down to first. I could have probably put a little bit more power in there earlier, but was being cautious this whole race. Back to the long second gear corner, and I go massively wide by accident. Thought I could keep a little bit more speed there and just didn't. And back up, we have now completed 2 laps so far. I'm feeling pretty confident at this point. I haven't had any problems. I haven't seen any wrecks yet. Just keeping my line, keeping it clean through all the corners. Coming back down to this hard braking into third gear, and then hard braking down into second. Coming back up. This is a third gear and tap the brakes. hard brake down to second for this next second gear long corner. Back down to the first gear corner. Really late braking point. And now you can see 7th and 8th place have just swapped positions. And then they have swapped yet again. We come back up to the long corner again. Now because of them switching back and forth, I have caught up to them, which I really didn't expect. So I'm still just trying to keep my distance. You can see I shoot it a little wide there. Now, 8th place is going to make a mess up here as he comes down. And there it is. Too hard on the brakes. Yet again, too hard on the brakes. So yet again, I'm just trying to stay behind him. I'm not really trying to get in front of him. It's not my goal. My goal is just to run a clean race. Back to the first second gear long corner. And down this long flat out corner down to the bottom of the hill, and hard braking down to first. Coming back up, and then tap the brake down to second. Trying to stay off the rumble strips as much as I can, but you have to hit them sometimes. Back down to first corner, keeping a pretty clean line through this corner for the first time in the race. And back down the long stretch. And he goes a little wide. That was 7th. So now that has bumped me up to 8th place. As he went really wide in that corner. So now I get a little loose. It's entirely my fault. I didn't mean to. Just, adrenaline of, oh, I just passed somebody and now I want to keep my speed up. So I'm trying to keep up with this 7th place car. Doing pretty good. Braking down, shifting back up. He goes wide, so I start to catch him. I tapped the gravel there, which was not a very good feeling when you're trying to keep your speed up. Going hard, trying to stay out of his draft as much as possible, as I don't really want to dragged up to him. Getting out of the way in case he started braking faster than I was. And I go really wide in that corner. Put the throttle in just a little too much. So now we are halfway through this 15-minute session. Hard braking down into third again. Hard braking down into second. Then just the tap the brake, third, still. Back around to the sweeping second corner. And right now I'm feeling pretty good. I feel like I'm actually doing a great job at this, and I don't really want to jinx it. It's very close saying I haven't had any incidents yet, and I'm doing good. in 8th place. No problem. You can see the guy behind me massively missing that corner. Now this was something I didn't notice till after, but there is a car that just went into the pits. I really don't know where he went after this. I think he just stayed in the back of the pack. I would have to go back and look. But this has now shoved me up to 7th. I haven't seen it yet because it really hasn't come to my attention. I see it about halfway through this lap. And you can see now the number 8th place car has started to catch up to me, and he's running a really clean line. I'm just trying to keep it as consistent of a line as possible. I'm doing pretty decent at that. This line's a little wide, but not too bad. Back down to the first gear hairpin. Little wide there. Knew I couldn't put the throttle in as much as I wanted. So he catches up even more. Down through this corner. Back to an interior cam as we come through the second gear corner again. Picking my speed up. Now he's I've lost him just a touch, not much, just a little bit I've lost him. Coming up to this corner, I go massively wide, and that allows him to bring that gap down to about a half a second. Not feeling confident now. I'm losing the guy that was in front of me, and I can see him in my rear view. Dropping back down to 3rd, and then back down to 2nd. Where he is dropping that gap massively now to about a quarter of a second. Really on me through this second gear corner, even though he goes wide. I really feel like the Veloster N has a good advantage at this track. I don't know if it's the weight distribution or what, but they do a really good job of keeping it at the top. You can see he gets on my left side here, but backs off, knowing that's not an opportunity to pass. Come through this second gear corner again, and down around the long, slow second gear corner. He goes wide, so he starts to lose his gap. It's back to about a half a second, maybe close to 3/4. Now, I've seen him in my rear view, so I'm trying to do the best line I can and doing a really good job at it at this point. But he is still catching me. Now in the straightaway, I start to pull away just a bit, but not by much, and then I make this mistake. I slam the brakes on too hard and lose it into that corner. My only incident of this race, so I just let him. He starts getting on my butt again, so I'm just going to let him pass coming up here. However, I still really did not like that move. Kind of pushed me outwards. So now I'm just going to try to stay on him. Just trying to stay on him as much as possible. Back through, I guess we would call it the carousel corner, long sloping second gear. back down the front straight. Now that is the white flag, so there is 1 lap to go. And it just hits my mind that I don't need to be racing him. I just need to keep my line safe and smooth. Go a little wide there, but not by much. Keeping my distance now. Not going to make the same mistake as last time. Coming back up. Through this long second again. Coming down to the first gear corner. So we come down. Last few corners as we come up. Drop to second. Make the corner. Off throttle, braking, dropping to second again for the long carousel. This is the final corner onto the straightaway, finishing me in 8th place in this race, which I think I did a good job on. So, I think that was a really good race. Didn't finish where exactly I would have wanted to if I was actually going for competition, which would have been somewhere around 5th place. But first race in D class, just trying to keep up with the pack and trying to stay out of everybody's way. That even included a safety rating bump of 0.17, so that is getting me closer to my safety rating to get a C class by the end of this season. So you will see more races live streamed, but probably not any more races that are in this video form unless I do next track, which is going to be Laguna Seca. So thank you guys so much, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.